Oh my gosh, he kills off everything. Would be a shame if I were to just, you know, tip the scales and, you know, tip the scales back in my favor. This deck, some of our most kept cards are a lot of the 1-drops or cards that are actual combo pieces like Nosdormu or High Abyss Allura. Also, obviously, 1-drops like Armor Vendor to help you stay alive into aggro decks like Rogue probably is. And here we have the one card we're going to keep of Armor Vendor. The cards you generally want to look for, just in general, are the cards that draw in your combo pieces like I just said. Armor Vendor, Sphere of Sapience, Red Scale, perfect. Although we already have our dragons, so this one isn't as important. It's more just going to give me some tempo. Wand Maker as well in order to generate a spell to trigger a High Abyss Allura, and obviously Allura as well. All these things can be very, very beneficial. And being able to ramp up into this 8-drop is kinda nuts. Are you ambush? It's not ambush, so that's fine. I literally can coin out Nosdormu next turn and then just play Tip the Scales the following turn and just flood the board. Especially when he doesn't have that many cards, I feel like it's a relatively decent play. Okay, Darkmoon Rabbit is a 10-drop. That's pretty decent as well. I want to play Coin first and then play Nosdormu. That way I can see if it's ambush, and then if it's ambush, I can double trade in and then just play Nosdormu after. Or then Nosdormu gets to stay on the board. So we coin. It is Dirty Tricks. That's fine. I'm fine with him drawing some cards. Nosdormu, or you ambush. If it's not ambush, we trade here. Okay, turns out to be ambush like I expected. We'll just double trade, kill it off, leave me with an 8/8, and we will pass. Perfect. Oh, shoot. Wait. The Circus Amalgam is also a dragon, so this doesn't always draw me. Oh, wait, I forgot I added that card in. Because it counts as all for N'Zoth as well. Wait, that's actually really good then. That's actually super good for me. Hold up. I need to close this because it's making things a little bit clunky. Here comes Edwin. Swindle. No? Interesting. Good afternoon, Hazel. I'm early. Some tips for World Kick Rogue. I haven't played World Kick Rogue in a really, really long time, man. I'm sorry. It's been quite some time. I don't really play it that much, so I don't want to, like, pretend to know what I'm talking about. We'll just play Tip the Scales. Huge board of minions. Got several rush minions. I'm pretty sure that we just go trade these two into the biggest ones. And then just trade this here to kill it off and trade this here so he doesn't get more ramp. And we'll just hero power for one extra card. And even if it's plagiarized, like, what are you going to do? Play Tip the Scales? That's not going to do anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome for the Tip the Scales, my good sir. You're welcome. If he ends up being able to use it, you know what? More power to him. How's it feel to play God tier Murloc Paladin again? I mean, I've played normal Murloc Paladin as well as this ramp version, and both have been moderately decent, actually. I've actually liked both of them a lot. He's killing off my dudes. There goes my war leader. Nitro boost means he gets to trade in there. Probably kill off the 4/2 as well, I'm assuming. It's a bit... Millhouse Mana Storm. Oh, Millhouse, you silly, silly goose. Which one is better, Duel or Ramp Paladin? Excuse me. Ramp for sure. Like, it's not even close. Ramp is 100% better. Like, by a lot. And I'm not even just saying, I mean, this is coming from somebody, and I personally love, Dual Druid. Not Dual Druid, Dual Paladin. But just this deck, when it pops off, is better than Dual Paladin when it pops off. Trade once. Let's trade the Rush minion once. Why would I trade the 6/2? We trade. Weapon. Let's just kill this off, because why not? Get myself an extra Murloc, which is just nice. You're actually really good. And then I think we'll just go trade, hit face. Just to protect some of my extra minions on the board. I feel like it's not bad. He's got 3 cards left. I've got more cards in hand than he does. Next turn is probably going to be 1-2 cards drawn at least, or played at least. Oh, Deep Freeze. Darkmoon Rabbit it is then. Darkmoon Rabbit hit this, and it corrupts the clown. Jeez Louise, this is just not fair. Blam, cleaves, poisonous as those. Let's keep my minion at more than 1 HP, so that way it doesn't just die to this. And then next turn we go boom, boom, or boom, boom, boom to finish him off. Unless he wipes my board somehow, in which case we'll just play this. Jeez Louise. You seen Dexter's Spell Shaman deck? Looks like a good counter to the meta. No, I have not, but I will take a look at it right now, and I will probably cop some content from him, you know, just swoop in, steal a little bit of that, put my own twist on it. I want to play that. I want to play Gibberling Druid, and I'm going to finish with this deck for today. He makes my things cost 1 less. I feel like that's super good for me. I feel like I should just utilize this. Should I play the clown? Wait, okay, what secret's gonna be? Ambush, not really that important if he... Like, I feel like I just kill this. I feel like I just kill this and flood my board with 4/4s. Because I don't think I can kill him this turn. We just kill that off. We play the clown. Because we can. And we're fine, because even if it's ambush, it doesn't matter. Yeah, even if it's ambush, he just kills 1, and we have a whole board of minions, so, like, it's fine. Oh, my eye hurts, or itches, rather. Jeez Louise. Oh, my God, not another card that could potentially save him. Oh, no, give it to me. Ugh. Okay, he gets 2 useless... Yeah, he gets 2 worthless demons. It's fine. Fine. Still fine. Fine. Weird. Icicle probably hits his own minion. Darn. And he's just done. He needed like Twisting Nether or something, and even then I would have just played Yasharaj and resummoned all of these things. Like, it would not have been that fair. God, this deck is dumb. We keep, like I said, you always want to keep Armor Vendor and cards that draw you stuff. So we're going to keep both of these and dump the other 2 and basically just look for Nosdormu and High Abyss. And since we have the coin, if we can play High Abyss with the coin, like, we basically pop off. Especially in a Druid. If they don't have the nuts on curve, we should be able to win. Can I try OTK Demon Hunter? Yes, that is another deck I'll try. So I'm going to play Ramp Paladin. What else am I going to play? There are a lot of things I want to play. We're going to play Ramp Paladin. We're going to play Gibberling Druid. I want to play OTK Demon Hunter. And there was another deck that somebody told me to play, and I was like, that's genius. I forget what it was. Oh, shoot. Give me a second. I'm going to find it. Was it Dude Paladin? It might have been Dude Paladin. Okay, we got a 50-50 chance of this giving me Nosdormu. If this gives me Nosdormu, we're popping off. I will say the biggest issue is that no bees, not bees. Give me Nosdormu right here, right here. 50-50. High roll me, baby. Okay, that's pretty bad. Arguably, really bad. Oh, we play that next turn with Tip the Scales. We just need to hope to, you know, not draw the other Tip the Scales. I'm fine with having my thing take 1 damage. I mean, I'm going to play Tip the Scales and try to flood the board anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Into Felfin Navigator, potentially. Jeez Louise. Okay, I want my 1-2 to die. My 1-2's not going to die. I need it to die, actually. For justice. What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? Both players draw a card. I mean, this still fills my board at least somewhat. Like, this being here is kind of annoying, but we still get 5 Murlocs on the board. Pretty solid, if you ask me. And then even if he kills 1, we just play Felfin Navigator and pump them all up a little bit more. Like, it's no biggie. We should just be able to win this turn. I mean, he is on 8 mana, so, like, maybe he can do something. But, I don't know. Starfall? Eh. That's whatever. No biggie. Buh. Man, I wish he had played a card before. Or played a minion before. With 4 more mana, what do you do for 4 more mana? Oh, I see. That's pretty good, actually. I respect it. I respect that. Felfin. Then this 7 goes here. Sadly, it dies, but that doesn't really matter. Then the 5 goes here. He stays alive. We play another armor vendor, and we go face. And just like that, I think we win the game once again. Okay, so if we get the cheese, this deck is insane. If we don't get the cheese, the deck is not insane. It's really coin flippy, which is kind of lame. I will say that much. Having the deck be so coin flip oriented can be a little bit annoying sometimes, because like you can do everything right, but you'll still lose. And like a lot of the time, it's not even your fault. But anyway, I digress. Actually, I have 2 halfway Librum and okay, what do you think this deck's biggest weakness is? Okay, the deck's biggest weaknesses are as follows. First, pure aggro. Pure aggro is absolutely devastating. Yeah, we had to play that to kill that off so he didn't dodge any damage. I'm pretty sure we had lethal regardless. One of the best decks out there right now is Token Druid, from what I can tell. Like, everybody is playing Token Druid, and I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with the deck myself. We get rid of everything, because again, we are looking for Armor Vendor, Sphere of Sapience, Red Scale Dragon Tamer, Wand Maker, Nosdormu, and High Abyss. Those cards, every time. Everything else you get rid of. There is basically no exception. You dump all of those cards every single time, basically. Carnival Clown, they're better 10 drops, I guess. Like, here's this. You were asking what the biggest weakness for Paladin is. And the biggest weakness is playing Nosdormu and potentially getting absolutely wrecked the following turn. Oops, I didn't hero power, but it doesn't matter too much, honestly. Hopefully. Yeah, he was just going to kill it anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. He just trades in once, so. We'll kill off one. I'll play Nosdormu next turn. But yeah, like the biggest issue is I played Nosdormu. Next turn he plays the Glowfly Swarm, Soul of the Forest, and then I'm sitting here like, shoot, what do I do now? Like, I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen before it even happens. But we're gonna try it. Because why not? Do I trade into the 1-2? I don't think so, no. I mean, he's gonna fill his board anyway. Like, there's no reason to use a weapon to do that. But here it comes. Oh, it was OTK Demon Hunter. OTK Demon Hunter was the last deck on the list. So Ramp Paladin, Gibberling Druid. We'll play Token Druid later. OTK Demon Hunter. Yeah, what did I just tell you? Exactly what I said was going to happen just happened. Exactly what I said was going to happen just happened. I mean, I guess I can go boom, boom. That doesn't do anything. I need to play Taunt and maybe kill off one thing. So if he kills me this turn, I probably lose. But if he doesn't kill me this turn, we get to play Carnival Clown and survive at least a little bit. But double Savage Roar, I think should be enough to at least get me down really low. Or at least one Savage Roar or Savage Roar and a Pump. But like, also Arbor Up exists. Oh, man. Honestly, some big issues. Just the Druid matchup. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Biggie Cheese? Big Cheese. What the heck? Any idea when the new season starts? The new seasons start at the beginning of every month. Are you gonna Soul the Forest again, you madman? He's gonna Soul Forest again. He's gonna do it. Wait, for 7 mana. There's probably something else I'm missing. Aeroponics. Oh, to go to 10. Okay, he's just drawing a ton of cards. I don't know. I just feel without anything super good, it's just so exploitable. He sold the forest again. That's fine. I kind of want my minions to die, though. Okay. He does that, and does he get off the last card? Does he get off the Soul of the Forest? It looks like he does not. That's really good for me. Okay, since he's not gonna have that many minions, I don't need to play Carnival Clown. I think we are in damage control area right now. So we go boom with War Leader just to kill off these things, and then go bop, 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 basically. Trade once, trade twice. As long as we just control his board, we should be fine. Play this to see if we get another rush minion real quick. Gosh darn it. I trolled, I guess.
Now is the time.
I could have done 15 damage to him. But, like, if the game drags on any bit, like, at all, we should be able to win. It doesn't really matter. Like, we get to play Carnival Clown soon, I guess. I don't know. Does he kill me? Should I have done 15 damage to his face? Soul of the Forest? No? Oh, he rushes, so that's good for me, I guess. We play Carnival Clown. And if he plays anything else, we'll trade in one more minion. This deck is pretty good. I mean, I do think that the deck is good. I just think that, like, if he had had Savage Roar, if he had had it, I feel like the game was over. All he would have needed was the Savage Roar, maybe 2 of them, and he hits me for a ton of damage. Like, 2 Savage Roars or Savage Roar and 1+1+1 would have made them 3/3s, then 5s. You could have gone boom trade, boom boom, and then had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 damage left over. And if he had had something else, he could have killed me. Like, I feel like he could have won, maybe, if things had gone a little bit differently. But let's just play Carnival Clown, fill the board. Just control the board as much as possible, and see where that goes. Everyone dies to double Savage Roar, though? Well, yeah, but I would have lost to it because I played 8/8 for 4, and then he plays Glowfly Storm, Soul of the Forest. Probably one of the hardest boards to deal with for most decks. And then I play a taunt minion, and I lose. Like, the point is, I would have lost to him on, like, turn 5 or 6, and there wouldn't have been much I could do about it, and I'm the one that caused me to lose the game. Like, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like, the ramp can sometimes hurt me because that turn 4 play is kind of weak. Like, if he had taunt, I'd feel a lot safer. But I guess if he had taunt, it would be kind of broken. So, I don't know. So, I know I don't keep this or this, but do I ever keep both of these guys? I think so, yeah. Basically, we play the High Abyss. Okay, I guess if we end up drawing both Tip the Scales, we can just cheese that out a turn early. So, we'll see. If we end up drawing the other Tip the Scales before we get to play High Abyss, then it'll be fine. But, yeah, my biggest problem with this deck is literally just the fact that, like, first of all, your win condition is a coin flip, and you either pop off and it feels super good, or you miss and it feels really bad, or you ramp up your opponent and then they pop off with it, and both things don't feel great. Started playing Hearthstone towards the end of Skullman's and finally reached Diamond this season in a ladder, currently sitting at Diamond 8. Well, that's impressive, actually. If you haven't played really before at all, do you have other history with other card games? Or is this like your first card game in general? Because that would be pretty impressive. We're going to play this. And we can even afford to use Desperate Measures because we can play Desperate Measures again next turn or when the time comes. So we'll just do that. Slap him, pass, and see where he goes from there. My hope is he wipes my board. I actually didn't even know what this was, so it could have been anything. It's Oh My Yogg. Cool, okay. No, man. So if I go boom, boom to empty out my board, then go boom, coin to activate Tip the Scales, we are in a good spot. Blammo. Kablammo. And then let's just play Desperate Measures because we have one extra mana, and it would be a shame to waste it. And now he's got to come up with some removal, which is actually really sick because I have Never Surrender and Oh My Yogg, which plays around basically everything. Like, not only does this get countered, but all of my guys' health goes up, so they don't even die to School Spirits, unless this is also good removal. Okay, so he's pumping up a dude. My god. So, like, obviously this deck can pop off, and it looks really strong, and it's gonna be there are gonna be a lot of clip moments, but there are also gonna be a lot of times when it just doesn't do that well. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of coin flippy kind of decks like this, but I mean, it is strong. I gotta give it credit where credit's due. It does definitely pop off. That I play today are Token Druid or Ramp Paladin. It's that every single time. Dude, Ramp Paladin can win games on turn, like, 3. Or, no, sorry, 4. He actually killed me turn 4. No gimmick. No, like, concede. He had lethal on turn 4. That's crazy. Anyway, we get rid of everything that's not the draw cards, like I said. I think that maybe the Rod is kind of keepable. The Rod is moderately keepable. It's kept 50% of the time according to Hearthstone Replay, but I still think it's better to just look for other better things. Like Nosdormu into Tip the Scales. Once again, we just need to hope that he doesn't have the nuts. We're probably going to coin Nosdormu out turn 4 or turn 3 and then play Tip the Scales turn 4, assuming he doesn't, you know, absolutely wreck me. And that's basically it. That is the plan here. Well, isn't it an aggro deck? I mean, it's an aggro deck, kind of. Like, it's not a full aggro deck, though. Like, Token Druid is more of a... Well, actually, no. It depends on your build. I guess I ran a Dragon Druid build that was actually kind of, that was a little bit, what's it called? Mid-rangey. We'll hit him with this, and then just play Tip the Scales next turn. It's fine. And just hope he doesn't have anything too big. Why do I have Tip the Scales? Because I play this, ramp up to 10, play Tip the Scales, flood the board with Murlocs, win turn 5. Basically every turn, or win turn 6 rather. Same basic thing. Jeez Louise. It's crazy that I can say like same basic thing. Oh my gosh, he kills off everything. Would be a shame if I were to just, you know, tip the scales and, you know, tip the scales back in my favor. I'm not happy I drew that. In fact, I'm kind of sad I drew that. It means that this is going to be weaker, but it's still very strong. We still trade there. Trade. Play the... Don't want to play the armor vendor. I have... How much damage do I have? Assuming he doesn't kill anything. I've got 10, 20... I've got just enough damage to kill him if I don't give him armor. So how about I don't give him armor? I also want to spawn that 1/1 just because it's helpful. It's nice that way if he plays a Divine Shield taunt minion, we can just, you know, kill it off. Yep, we can just ping off the Divine Shield. That's fine as well. Doesn't really matter too much to me. Boom, 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 boom. That's fine. That is literally more than fine. We actually still have lethal. We basically, like I said, turn 6, bonk, play this, slam, play War Leader, and slam him in the face, and the game is done. God, this is dumb. Like, this isn't even an aggressive deck. Why am I able to close out games so easily? It's just, it's not balanced. It's not balanced. So how do you play Ramp Paladin? That is a good question. Let's just start off by talking what this deck generally tries to do. The idea of this deck is to basically try to get to one of your 2 win conditions, High Abyss, Allura, or Nosdormu, to help you cheese out Tip the Scales. With Nosdormu, you cheese out Tip the Scales, and then you try to play other big things later, but the downside is your opponent can also play big things. High Abyss is good as well, but it's a little bit more situational because you have to randomly generate a spell off of Wand Maker, which isn't always possible if you don't draw the Wand Maker. So your win condition is kind of coin flippy. You need to get one of these 2 cards, which then cheeses out an extremely powerful card that basically wins you the game if you can get it out. But also has the downside of sometimes not working or sometimes giving your opponent enough mana to deal with whatever play that you make. In terms of mulligans, the cards that you generally want to look for are as follows, not in any particular order, just look for these cards in general. Armor Vendor for early game survivability against aggro. Sphere of Sapience because it just helps you cycle through your deck, and that way you can put something that's not important. Let's just say you draw like a Murloc War Leader or something. and you're like, I don't want that, you can put it at the bottom of your deck and try to cycle for your win conditions a little bit more consistently. You want to keep High Abyss Allura, Norse Dormu, Wandmaker for a guaranteed spell, and Dragon Tamer. Those are the cards you want to keep, with the Underlight Angling Rod being okay if you think that you want to generate resources and do damage that way. It's okay. It's a fine keep. I wouldn't go out of my way to like find it, but if you have it in your hand and you already have one or two other good cards for the early game, you can just keep this one too. It's totally fine. In terms of matchups, this deck has only a couple of bad matchups. And it has to do with, first of all, Token Druid, or just Druid in general. Basically, you ramp them up for them with Nosdormu. They played their big things they tried to ramp up to normally, or if they're a Druid, they basically just play some minions and then double activate Arbor up right away. And Druids are just known for big plays, so if you give Druid a ton of mana right off the bat, they'll tend to win. And the other bad matchup is actually ramp Paladin. If you ramp them up and you're going first, or you use Norse Dormu first, they can then respond with Tip the Scales. And then you have to respond to that tip the scales with your own tip the scales, but since you're using it second, they have the opportunity to attack first, and a lot of the times can just kill you or get good value trades. So overall, this deck is quite strong. It's very situational in terms of like how often it'll go off, and sometimes you're just gonna lose games before you're even able to play them, and it sucks, but you just know that like the other like 70% of the games, you'll at least get the combo if you mulligan correctly and draw well, and you should be at least moderately okay. Like the win rate overall has like a 58% win rate in Legend. In Legend, it has a 56% win rate according to Hearthstone replay. So overall, the deck is good. I would recommend it.